In this episode of the Next Pats podcast, Phil Perry is joined by Mark Schofield of Pat's Pulpit. The show begins with a discussion on Duke's Daniel Jones. Should Patriots fans panic that he made a visit to Foxboro this week? What are some NFL comps for Jones? 10 o'clock West Virginia's Will Grier struggled with play calling at the Senior Bowl. Why would he be an interesting pick for New England? 1540, would Auburn's Jarrett Stidham be worth a gamble? 2030, Schofield talks about two of his favorite choices for a potential day 3 pick, Brett Rypien and Ryan Finley. Click here to subscribe. Click here to download the new My Teams app by NBC Sports. Receive comprehensive coverage of your teams and stream the Celtics easily on your device. Tim Tebow may have only been a member of the New England Patriots for a short time, but he clearly came away with a good impression of Tom Brady. The two worked together in the quarterback room for a brief time during the 2013 offseason before Tebow was released. In a video captured by Yanni Korakis of Fox Providence, Tebow discussed his thoughts on Brady and praised his abilities in the clutch. "One of the things as an athlete I respect so much about Tom Brady. He's his best when it's needed the most. I think there are very few athletes you can say that about, but for the great ones, I think you have to say that." Tebow would go on to explain that Brady's ability to deal with the big moment and stay calm is critical, and that his ability to step up his play on the big stage even under pressure. He just gets better and better when the pressure gets more and more. He gets calmer and he just handles that. And that's just one thing I just love about his game, because very few people are like that. Tebow would know a little something about performing well under pressure. Despite struggling badly with accuracy at the NFL level, Tebow was able to lead the Denver Broncos to 6 fourth-quarter comebacks during his 2 years with the team. He always stepped up in the clutch and even won a playoff game late by taking the Pittsburgh Steelers to overtime and winning on a touchdown pass to Demaryius Thomas. It's unsurprising to see a competitor like Tebow admire Brady. After all, Brady is one of the most clutch quarterbacks of all time and could be the greatest to ever play. And the fact that Brady may want to keep playing until he's 45 or 50 will only continue to inspire competitors and athletes like Tebow. Click here to download the new My Teams app by NBC Sports. Receive comprehensive coverage of your teams and stream the Celtics easily on your device. What does a prototypical Patriot quarterback look like? Ideally, like Tom Brady, though finding a future Hall of Famer in the NFL draft is no easy feat. Not by a long shot, whereas at other positions where there are measurables to help us come up with a prototype, things like heights, weights and 40-yard dash times, what goes on upstairs is obviously tantamount to thriving at quarterback. Physical traits are important, but qualities like anticipation, reaction time, leadership skills, competitiveness, a love of football, they're all vital, and they can be harder to quantify. Yet, here we are, trying to come up with features of a prototypical Patriots quarterback. The easiest way for us to go about it, for this exercise, at least, is to take those unquantifiable aspects of a player's game and put them to the side. That's obviously where much of the work has been done this offseason by Patriots scouts and coaches looking at potential fits. But we'll stick with the measurements and a handful of important quarterbacking numbers, figures that will help us come up with an idea of a passer's accuracy and decision-making, the two key factors to playing the position, per Bill Belichick, to get as close as we can to the ideal Patriots passer. What NBC Sports Boston's Phil Perry found, based on prior drafts, is that the Patriots have typically drafted quarterbacks who played in Power 5 conferences, stood 6'3" or taller, spent 4 years in college, had a career TD to int ratio of around 2.2 to 1, with a yards per attempt of 7.5 or better, and a completion percentage of at least 60%. With those characteristics in mind, let's take a look at quarterbacks who look like the best fits in this year's draft class. Click here for the prototypical Patriots QBs in the 2019 draft class. Click here to download the new My Teams app by NBC Sports. Receive comprehensive coverage of your teams and stream the Celtics easily on your device.